57%, okay, of women will allow their partner to have a night of passion with their favourite football. 57% of men are allowing their woman to have a night of passion with their favourite football. Men only 44%. Your thoughts, Lucy Beresford, before we bring in Jodie, who's got an absolutely massive celebrity crush.
Oh, well, don't we all? Obviously, that's why I'm on your show, Jeremy.
Who's your crush?
Well, after you, it would be Daniel Craig, but the two of you are obviously often mistaken for each other.
Daniel Craig owes me a lot. I turned that role down. Daniel Craig's your crush, is he? Yeah?
No, not only my crush, but I have been given what's called a hall pass, and that's what this research is actually about.
Oh, what
it's
pass?
About the way in which, in relationships, many of us actually say to our partner, if that fantasy person came knocking at the door, who would you actually want to be with? And the research from Ashley Madison, and they're the married dating website people, they've discovered that nearly half of women think that their partner would give them a hall pass for somebody, for example.
Sorry, I know I'm deaf because I'm 59 on Sunday. Did you say a hall or a whore pass? What did she say? I can't hear. What did she?
It is a hall pass, Hall.
Why?
I think speaks to the idea that it would be a very fleeting relationship. But of course, if it was Daniel Craig, it would be for life.
It would be for life. And your husband, are you married? Am I allowed to ask that, or is that objective?
Yeah, no, my husband had said, actually, Daniel Craig. But then the reason why you say these things to your partner is you have this idea that it will never happen.
Now, see, somebody once told me, you're a relationship expert. I used to do a show about this. Somebody once said to me, fantasy is best kept in the mind, because when you play it out in many instances, like open relationships, all that stuff, it ends up biting you on the backside. Who's your husband's celebrity crush?
I have never asked him. I really don't want to know. I can't imagine that he has anyone else apart from me.
See, now this is the interesting, Jodie. See, as a woman, she fully expects her husband to allow her to go to bed with Daniel Craig if he popped up if I wasn't available, but she doesn't want to think about the fact. Now, you're in a relationship with our Cameron. Do you have a celebrity crush?
I have a celebrity crush, yeah.
And Cameron genuinely said that would be okay?
Yeah.
But you'd never do it, would you?
Well, it depends if the opportunity arises.
Would you really consider it? This is the thing that I find, because I think that's dreadful. I'm really old-fashioned. Like my girls will say nowadays, you don't just go out with somebody. You have to go through that process where even if you're sleeping with him, before you say I'm your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you're not. It's not. What's gone wrong with the world?
Well, dating's very weird these days. You've got situationships and then like dating and then texting and stuff like that.
In the old days, we just used to send a carrier pigeon saying, "Would you like to go out for dinner?" and the rest was history. Do you not think it's cheating though, Lucy? Seriously?
But that's the point. Different relationships have different values around what constitutes cheating. So some people actually think that even just liking an ex's post on social media might constitute cheating. It's called micro cheating. Whereas other people would say to their other half, look, if you have a fling at the office party at Christmas, tell me about it and we can get through that. But the really interesting thing is that Ashley Madison had some different research out last year about non-monogamy. And what's really interesting is that people, sort of Generation Z, so under 29, they are much more fluid in terms of their relationships. They're not about being exclusive, having the label.
They're about exclusivity on everything else, but not about staying faithful to somebody. It doesn't. What happened to that being natural, Joe? What happened to you meet somebody and you're just happy with them?
Well, the problem is back in the day, well, I say back in the day, but maybe like 10 years ago, dating was probably very much for the older generation. But then we started dipping into younger people using Tinder and Hinge and things like that. And then it just became the norm for young people to use.
Did you meet Cameron? You met Cameron online?
On Hinge, yeah.
What is Hinge?
It's like a dating app, but it's better than Tinder in my opinion.
So, Luce, why does this generation meet people online? Why can't you just walk into the office? Right, Sammy? Why can't you just walk?
They're not, because they're working from home so often. But the key thing is, 100 years ago, if you lived to 35, 45, staying married for the rest of your life was a very doable option. But if the prospects of you living to 110, Generation Z could easily, with medical advancements, be living to 110, 120. Are you really going to stay married with the same person that you met when you're 23?
No, listen, it took me till I was 50 to find the right person. I completely get it. I just find it all a bit weird. And somebody wants to, but then backing up what you said about monogamy, I used to do a show on the radio years ago. It was a sex show. This is absolutely true. And this one was extraordinary in the Midlands. Maureen Messant was her name. And she was in a relationship. She was in an open relationship. And I was going, what? How does that work? Don't you? And she said, it's very simple. And I've never forgotten this line. She said, I've been with my husband for 30 years. I have his brain 1,000%. I don't always need his body. But they got off on telling each other about who they'd slept with the other people. It's all a bit dirty in my mind.
No, it's very fluid. It's about
what does that mean?
turns you on.
What does
and
fluid
for a lot
mean?
of people, intellectual stimulation is way more important than sexual stimulation.
You'll be able to answer this, Lucy Beresford. Why do 63% of men go to prostitutes or massage parlours? What do they do?
They want to be heard. They don't just want sex. They want to feel heard.
They want to sit and talk. That's how boring their marriages are. Lucy Beresford, you are by far the best. I just feel like saying, thanks very much indeed, Moneypenny. It's been great. That was crap, wasn't it? That's not my Daniel Craig impression.
Your Daniel Craig impression.
No. A relationship expert and psychotherapist. So who is your celebrity crush?
Well, my celebrity crush is Jeremy Kyle.
Is it? You see, I brought her on because nobody's ever said that to me. And how is Cameron about this?
Well, the issue is, you're saying then, why can't people meet naturally? But that's really shot Cameron in the foot, hasn't it? Because now I've met the Jeremy Kyle naturally.
Cameron, shame on you, son. Thanks, Joe. So listen, there you go. Celebrity crushes. Let us know. Who is your celebrity crush? There's a prize for the best answer. Sam, we're going to get Sam's celebrity crush. Ryan's, I don't have one. I love Lauren. Oh, Pixie Lottie's just shouted. Sorry, Lauren, your history. Anyway, she's in Liverpool. She's not listening. Text 87222. Start your message with the word talk. Who is your celebrity crush? There'll be a prize. I promise you. The funniest answer. You can also phone 0344 499 1000. Leave a voice note for Ryan. And if you do leave a voice note going, you fancy Pixie Lott, you dirty man. That's what you want to do there. That'd be great. I wonder how many people have celebrity crushes.